This 17th century map details the Royaume de Grand Mughal. Emperor Aurangzeb sought to unify every territory from Kabul to Kanyakumari under a single imperial banner. The primary obstacle to this expansion was a Maratha king who assumed power at age 23, refusing to surrender his independence. Born in 1657 at the Purandar fort, Sambhaji was the eldest son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the founder of the Maratha state. His training extended beyond the battlefield. By age 14, Sambhaji had learned 13 languages and authored 3 Sanskrit treatises on polity, including the Buddhbhushanam. This education meant the Mughals faced a leader who could manage the logistics of civil administration as effectively as he commanded a cavalry charge. In 1665, the 9-year-old prince was sent to the Mughal court in Agra as a political hostage, a condition of the Treaty of Purandar. For over a year, he lived within the enemy's capital, observing the court's internal protocols while under constant guard and pressure to submit. In 1666, Sambhaji and his father executed a precision escape from house arrest, bypassing imperial security in disguise to return to the Deccan. This early exposure provided Sambhaji with first-hand knowledge of Mughal administrative weaknesses and the specific vulnerabilities in their security apparatus. Following the death of Shivaji Maharaj in 1680, the Maratha state faced a succession crisis and intensified invasions from neighboring regional powers. Sambhaji secured the throne at Raigad by suppressing internal conspiracies and maintaining his father's council of 8 ministers to ensure governmental continuity. This diagram shows the disparity in forces. Aurangzeb personally led 800,000 troops into the south, outnumbering the Maratha defenders 40-1. Protecting the Deccan from this force required a strategy that avoided large-scale open-field battles, which would lead to certain defeat. The preservation of Swarajya, or self-rule, depended on holding these individual hill forts while bleeding the advancing Mughal supply lines. The Marathas utilized the rugged terrain of the Western Ghats to neutralize the Mughal numerical advantage, turning the mountains into a natural defensive barrier. Sambhaji refined Ganimi Kava, a system of hit-and-run warfare. His cavalry launched sudden raids on Mughal outposts, retreating before the slower imperial army could respond. In 1681, he launched a successful raid on the trade hub of Burhanpur, seizing the treasury and disrupting the financial revenue required to fund Aurangzeb's fortain. These tactics stalled the Mughal advance for years. In a moment of frustration, Aurangzeb reportedly threw his turban to the floor, vowing not to wear it again until Sambhaji was captured. For nearly a decade, the Marathas turned the Mughal army's massive size against itself, stretching its logistics until the campaign faced a 50% drop in regional revenue. In 1689, a betrayal by his brother-in-law, Ganoji Shirke, revealed Sambhaji's secret location to Mughal scouts. Mughal forces launched a sudden and overwhelming ambush at Sangameshwar, capturing the Maratha king and his advisor, Kavi Kailash. Sambhaji was brought before Aurangzeb and offered a choice. He could retain his life if he surrendered his forts, revealed his hidden treasures, and converted to Islam. He refused all 3 conditions, despite the certainty of a prolonged and public execution. Accepting the terms would have validated the Mughal claim to the Deccan. His refusal forced the conflict to continue on Maratha terms. On March 11, 1689, after weeks of torture, Sambhaji was executed at Tulipur. He had held the throne for 9 years without conceding a single major fort. Emperor Aurangzeb expected the Chhatrapati's brutal death to demoralize the resistance and bring an end to the Maratha state. This map shows the unintended result. Instead of ending the rebellion, the execution unified Maratha generals and local populations in a war for revenge. This widespread resistance drained the Mughal treasury over 2 decades, breaking their hold on the Deccan. Sambhaji's refusal to yield ensured the concept of Swarajya remained a rallying point for his successors, who eventually reversed every Mughal gain in the south.